Jai Gajanan, Ganeshaya Namastubhyam, Vedambaya Ekadantine, Swanandavasine Tubhyam, Brahmanaspataye Namaha. We are continuing with the story of the lineage of Pruthu. Pruthu was born after the negative forces in Vena's body was removed, and he was born from the right side and a part incarnation of Mahavishnu. So in this lineage of Pruthu, there was a king named Prachina Barhi. Prachina Barhi. He was a righteous king. He ruled his kingdom very well. The subjects were very happy, and he was also a skilled warrior. Now he carried out his duties very diligently. There was nothing to complain. He had he used to conduct a lot of yajna karmas. That is the Havan Kund, and with Kusha grass, the darba, which is used for the yajna karmas, he used to perform a number of yajnas. So one day, after performing one of these yajnas, he went to the forest just for hunting. And when he went to the forest, he saw a beautiful maiden, and he fell in love with her and married her. She bore him 10 sons. Now, all these 10 sons were the same in appearance, in looks, in character, in behavior, in everything. So they were all similar in mannerisms also. And so they were collectively known as Prachetas. Prachetas means preeminently intelligent. It means that Prachetas, Chetana, that they have of Prachetas, that is for beforehand they were intelligent. That is, they have an intuitive ability or an intelligence. So these 10 sons, they loved to do puja of Mahavishnu. They were, we see that it's already said that they had a similar behavior, similar character, and all of them liked to perform puja of Mahavishnu. Unlike their father who believed in yajna karmas, these people, 10 sons, they went to the riverside, had a bath, and then they gathered flowers and performed puja of Mahavishnu. Their father, Prachinabari, he was more into yajna karmas. He believed that if you do yajna karmas, because all our actions only give us fruits. That is the results. The results of our actions are determined by the karmas that we do. And he believed that karma is the highest form of, that is yajna karma, so it's the highest form of karma. And so that will give him the best benefits. But his sons were not believing in that. So he was a little bit disappointed that his sons are not following his footsteps. So one day what happened? Uh, he Narada came that side. Narada arrived to meet the king. So now this king, seeing Narada, the Devarshi, he bowed down before him. He stood in front of him with folded hands, and he said, um, in reverence, the Muni said to the king, "O king, what you will do by doing this yajna karmas? What will you accomplish by doing yajna karmas? These Vedic rituals and all." It has been stated by Vedas that yajna karmas results in bondage. Yajna karmas, see, when we do yajna karmas, it is done with an intention for intention, a certain desire that this should be achieved. Now, if it is done to get some child from the kund, that kind of yajna karma is done, then it is with that desire. So it leads to a certain attachment. It leads to bondage. So what is the use of, why are you doing so many yajna karmas? It will only result in bondage. It will not end the cycle of birth and death. So if you want to be relieved from the cycle of birth and death, that is from happiness, sorrow, all this dualities, then you should go beyond yajna karmas. Now this king was a little bit confused. What is this Narada saying? He thought that yajna karmas are the best kind of karmas. As a king, what else if he does yajna karmas, it will bring him a lot of punya, and so he'll be able to enjoy. So now this king is asking him, okay, Narada, yes, what you say may be right, but I don't know how to come out of this karmas. I feel that this is my destiny. I'm destined to do this yajna karmas. So this path of karma is all that I know. So Narada says, see, yajna karmas are one path. That is, karma yoga is one path, but that path, it is a path for freedom. It is a path of freedom. It is not, it will not, but it will, once you finish the punyas, that is, once you enjoy the punyas, you will have to again take birth. So it does not grant you liberation. So he said there are two other paths, which are the next step of yajna karmas. They are the jnana yoga and bhakti yoga. There are two other paths also for liberation. Yeah, so the king was a little bit intrigued. What is this jnana yoga, karma yoga, bhakti yoga? He only knew of karma yoga. So he said, so he asks Narada, please tell me about these two paths of karma yoga, which is beyond karma yoga. So Mudgalacharya is narrating this to Daksha Prajapati that Narada, he explained to this bewildered king, Prachina Bari, oh eminent Muni, which when this king tells Narada, oh eminent Muni, I'm only aware of the path of karma. I'm certain that if a being needs anything, he must earn it, and so that can be achieved. If we want to achieve something, we have to earn for it. That's what we have to do only. That can be earned only through karma. So please give me this knowledge that will destroy the roots of this karma. You're saying Jnana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga will end this karma. This will end the need for me having to do karmas. Means it will destroy the need from roots itself. What is it? This Jnana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. O merciful one, please guide me on this path, which will redeem me from this ocean of existence. That is, which will redeem me from this bondage that this karma yoga is creating. So Narada, when the king requested him like this, he felt okay. So this king is genuine. Now he looks like he has done so much of yajna karmas that he is now antakaran is purified of karma. He is not that karma. See, karma yoga. Why do we do actions? When we do actions repeatedly over a period of time, we realize that actions alone will not lead to our destination of what we ultimately desire. It will chain us, it will create bondage. And so we will want to come out of this cycle of karmas. When we realize that a pattern is repeating over and over again, we find ourselves entangled in that pattern. So we want to come out of that pattern. So when you realize, when you get that knowledge, when that realization happens, that means that karmas have purified you. You have been purified of those karmas. So that means that karma has fulfilled its purpose. Many things, sometimes we wear some kind of rings and with some stones, or somebody tells this ruby is good for you, and it will give you some luck and during this period and things like that. So we buy that ring, we put it in we buy the stone, put it in a ring and wear it for some time, and then maybe it gives us luck, or during that time at least nothing bad happened. After some time, you just misplace it. It has happened that you just misplace it. It seems to have just disappeared. You just don't know where you left, or kahan gir gaya, kisne le gaye. It just gets lost. So at that time, what we say, that stone seems to have fulfilled its purpose. Uska kaam ho gaya hai. इसलिए that it has gone away, it just disappears, or its utility is over. Many times we say that its utility is over. So that instead of cribbing over the loss of that ring, we say its utility is over, so let it go. That's why it disappeared, or it got lost, or it fell down somewhere. Similarly, yajna karmas, when it fulfills its purpose, doing it again repeatedly will be of no use. So we'll have to graduate. That is why we need to go over beyond that particular. We can't still remain in school. We have to go to college. So Mudgalacharya says, Narada replied. Narada listened to this and was convinced that this king is purified of his karma now. So it's better to give him this knowledge about Jnana Yoga. So he says, yoga is visualizing everything. A yogi alone will be absorbed. Alone, a yogi through yogic practices, a person through yoga sadhana, that is through yogic practices, alone will get absorbed into the divine Brahma. That is the supreme to whom you are doing all these yajna karmas, the goal, or that supreme to whom you are doing all this worship. You can attain that supreme only through absorption of your chitta. So, what is chitta? He says that chitta, the mind, is the divine is actually reflected in you. Everybody, there is a body and the soul. The deha and the dehi. Dehi is the soul, deha is the body. The divine is present as the dehi in every deha. So if that deha has to attain the dehi, it is through understanding the working of the chitta, which is the connection, or which is the instrument through which a yogi attains that dehi. So the chitta is what? Mind, consciousness, matter. And this chitta, the mind or mental faculty, has several vrittis. That is, it doesn't remain the same always. It has certain changes, or it changes constantly, and also it evolves. So what are the five chitta vrittis? We have already seen this, the chitta vrittis, that is kshipta, vikshipta, kshipta, moodha, vikshipta, ekagra, and niruddha. We have already seen that in detail about this in previous. This will come over and over again, because at every point of time, whenever a divine person like Narada or Brahma or some rishi or the other explains to the student in front of him, he has to explain these different faculties of the mind, of the chitta. So he's explaining. Chitta is initially a person, he gets attracted to everything and anything. Means he goes after everything, irrespective of what it is. So that is, he is fleeting from one thing to another. So that is akshipta mind. Later on, this Kshipta mind gets attracted to a few things, and so that it wants that particular thing, more of that particular thing, and less of something else. Sometimes that mind wants a particular object, more of it. Say, for example, a person wants to eat laddu more. Then suddenly he finds jalebi is more interesting, then he will go on to jalebi. So, like this, he gets confused. Sometimes he wants to eat jalebi, sometimes he wants to eat laddu. So not only this is just as a eating thing, but then that is also in respect of various kind of attractions in the world. Somebody might get attracted towards gambling, or somebody might get attracted to other not necessarily bad things, even good things also. For example, someone wants to say, as far as traveling is concerned, traveling also can be an addiction. Going on every weekend, you want to go somewhere, or every month you want to go somewhere, means you're not steady. You can't stay steady in your own house. So that also is a kind of flitting from one thing to another, without having a steady mind. Means, okay, if you are engaged in a particular focused activity, okay, you're traveling to see some with a particular purpose, to know a certain historical knowledge or about a certain area of importance. No, it is irrespective. Kidhar jana hai pata nahi. Just jana hai kahin to, every weekend or every frequently. So that is also a akshipta mind. So then such a mind becomes modha. That is a confused mind. It becomes a confused mind, and in that state of mind, it is not possible to think rationally or in a focused manner. It is not possible to control the mind. The mind is controlling this person. So constantly it is telling, go here, go there, like that. So that is a second stage. Then thirdly, when this Modha mind becomes so confused that now I don't want this confusion, let it halt. Means let me get rid of this confusion. So when this awareness comes in the mind, that yes, my mind is confused, I'm getting trapped in this confused mind, so I have to come out of it. So there are situations where there is this awareness and there is also getting trapped in the confusion. So you are all also running after things, going here, there, and everywhere. At the same time, there are moments when there is an awareness. There are moments when you become aware that you're getting confused and trapped in this mind. So this is called vikshipta. This stage is called vikshipta. And when you're in this stage of the mind, you don't want to be remain in that state. You want to get out of that state. And so you will find solutions. You will start going to find what solution can be there, or how to get rid of this um, maddening control of the mind over me. That is how when Arjuna was in the battlefield, he was so confused. Why he was confused? He was confused that my gurus are in front of me, my uncles are in front of me, all my relations are in front of me, and I have to fight these people. So he was so confused that even though he knew that he is he is a warrior. He has his bow and arrow ready in his hand, and yet he is unable to fight. So he's in a vikshipta mode. So he goes to Krishna and asks, "What am I to do? I'm so confused." So there, his mind, now he has surrendered, or he at least approaches Krishna, where there is a ekagrata, there is a single pointed attention to what Krishna is telling him. Whether he understands, has applied it, or whether he's going to fetch results, he doesn't know. But that mind becomes focused and is prepared to listen to Krishna. So that is ekagra buddhi. That's so the mind becomes subtle enough due to all these processes, but and it becomes um, prepared enough, like tilling the soil. The soil is tilled enough to put the seed, that the seed can be sown. So that kind of an ekagra, that is ekagra chitti. This is the fourth type of chitta variation. Then when the mind becomes focused, then it is able to apply to anything and everything. It can apply to whatever is necessary. So it is able to apply to the job in hand, or anything given to that mind. It will be focused on that, and then it naturally, once attention is there, energy follows and action will take place. So when um, Krishna convinced Arjuna that yes, this now, see, these people are all, now you're on the battlefield. They are your enemies. They are not your father, mother, or I mean your gurus and relatives and uncles and everybody. They are your enemies. They are representing adharma. They are following adharma. So they have to be killed. They have to be fought over. They have to be won over. So then, with that ekagra chitti, the chitta, Arjuna gets ready to fight the war. Then comes when, once the war is fought, once all actions are done, and this inward knowledge dawns within the person. After with that ekagra chitta, when you start doing all actions one after the other, not necessarily only on the battlefield, you may be doing the job in your personal life and various things you'll keep doing with ekagra chitta actions one after. Then what is? Then the mind asks, what next? Next, what I should do? I have done enough of actions. Everything results in what I want. Now I want something better than that. What is my next challenge? So then that is niruddha state. Niruddha state is detachment. That is restraint of action. You will restrain from doing action. So what becomes when you have developed that ekagra chitta, you know that if I become focused on an action, you'll get success. You will want to do more and more actions. But after some time, you know that you're good at it. Then you want relief from this. So that is when you will restrain from doing. You know that I can do it. I can also not do it. I can also remain without doing it. Tomorrow somebody says, there is there is some exhibition, property exhibition somewhere. So come, let's go there. Okay, out of interest, you might say, we'll go. Okay, but at the same time, you may not be interested at all. Or at the same time, you can say, what is the need to go? I don't want to buy any property. What's the point of adding more information? कहाँ क्या projects है देखने का क्या क्या जरूरत है? Otherwise, it might have been a time pass, an engagement where you would have said, okay, some useful information मिलेगा वहां जाके किसी को मदद कर सकता है या किसी I can pass on this information to somebody. So you might go to an exhibition. Sometimes we go to this gadgets exhibition. For new mobiles are launched, or some kind of engineering products are there, arts and crafts exhibitions are there. So we feel like just going there to know what new products are coming in the market. But at the same time, a certain stage will come when you say, "Zarurat hai kya wahan jaane ki?" Whether you really need to go there, what is the use of getting more knowledge? I'm not going to use it, or it's not going to be of any use to me. किसी और के लिए क्यों हमारा भेजा फ्राई करे? Why to add more content to your mind? So then you will start restraining. You will restrain, you will not go there. That means you are restraining from going there. This is called restraining tendency. And slowly, when this restraining tendency develops, you will restrain from doing many things, many unnecessary things. So automatically, these karmas will drop off. Automatically, it will drop off, and you will develop a detachment, a detached state of mind. This is called Niruddha state, and it is the state of transcending the mind knowingly. Okay, it is not out of just magic or somebody did some Shakti initiation or nothing. No, you will just transcend. Okay, this Narada is telling. These are the 5 aspects of the chitta. I've told you stage by stage the superior aspects of the chitta. So you must say, you will see that this chitta, this activity, what chitta does, is done by Devi Buddhi. Buddhi, the like Ganesha's 2 aspects are there, Siddhi and Buddhi. Siddhi is the desire, and Buddhi is what accomplishes that desire. So this Buddhi is the Devi, the goddess that makes all these plays happen. This chitta vrittis, all these changes in the mind, or these tendencies of the mind that is there, are all handled by Buddhi. And Buddhi fascinates you with all kinds of options, and Siddhi provides all these options and creates all illusions in your mind. So these tendencies are always there present. And why do we go after these tendencies? Because they give us results. They give us fulfillment of our desires. Whatever we want, we want some object, we want some good clothes, we want a car, we want a house, we want a flat, we want so many things. Some new product launch, we want that. So those desires are fulfilled by this buddhi. Then the buddhi will take you there, where you are, where the shop, in the shop where it is available, or where the property is, or where the car is available, and you will go there and buy it. And so it gives you joy. It gives you some kind of happiness. But then all these, so these are all momentary, momentary, though it may be for a long time, as far as its utility goes, but then they are all happiness. So it leads to fulfillment, Aishwarya. That is, it bestows Aishwarya, or the four Purusharthas, that is Artha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. So, Dharma, Artha, Kama, let us restrain ourselves to these three. Dharma, Artha, Kama, that is whatever we feel we desire according to our work related. Artha, wealth, money, wealth, food grains, animals, or whatever we can possess. And Kama, desires. All kinds of desire for enjoyment, thrill, buggy jumping, or diving, or whatever kinds of joy you want to have, desire you have, Kama, fulfill it. So all these are there. And how does it fulfill? It is through the sense organs. Your sense organs, like for example, you can sing melodiously, or you can speak well. The knowledge of the Vedas, you are able to chant the Vedas. So these are all Shabda, that is sense organs of mouth. Then you can have great culinary skills, or creative through creation through hand, or that is if you are good at cooking different kinds of delicious food, it is a sense of taste. Then you enjoy certain aromas, so that is Gandha. Rupa, Rasagandha. So Sparsha, Rupa, Rasagandha, all these through sense organs, you can have all kinds of enjoyment. So this is created by Siddhi. Siddhi gives you all these enjoyments by infatuating you in various ways, by telling, okay, this cake is better than bread, or this particular dish is more enjoyable, more delicious. So you'll go after that dish. So she gives you a lot of varieties for getting infatuated, and then you'll go after it and perform those and take actions. So in other words, you become a puppet in the hands of Siddhi and Buddhi. The Siddhi infatuates and Buddhi provides it. So you will get entangled in this puppet show, and this is her play. This is why she was created. This world was created with all varieties to infatuate us, to delude us, to provide all kinds of enjoyment, so that we'll get trapped into it and we'll carry on that forever. So this is Maya. Maya, or the variety, the power of the divine to multiply itself in various ways, in various numerous forms and shapes. So the Maya in the form of knowledge or intellect is referred to as Buddhi, and that which is in the form of all this kind of prosperities is Siddhi. And Ganesha exists in all of them. Ganesha, existing as witness, is there in all of them, observing everything, enjoying everything through you. That is why he rides a Mushak. Mushak is his Vahana. Mushak is the chore. Mushaka is considered as a thief. Why? Because remaining inside you, that he enjoys everything that you do. Externally, you will undergo the suffering, you will do all those things, all that actions, everything will be done by you. But sitting inside that supreme divine is who is enjoying everything, who is experiencing everything. So, what is the way out? You are doing, supreme is enjoying. Then what about you? So you are the one who has to transcend this. It is necessary that you should have the knowledge that this is what is happening. So, O king, the Dehi, one living in the body, that is the soul, can be comprehended by Soham, which is none other than Brahma. So the Vedas have explained that Brahma, that supreme Brahma, he has become this world. He has transformed himself into this world as Asat Brahma, Shakti, which is Shakti Brahma, Sat Brahma, that is Surya Brahma, the Sama Brahma or Vishnu Brahma, and Neti Brahma, Shiva Brahma, and Swananda Brahma, that is Ganesha. So all of these Brahmas are the descent of the divine, the supreme divine. He descends from that supreme state and becomes and is manifest as this world. And we see this world is it as it, that this form is the form of the Brahma, of that supreme. This is one thing. And then when we as human beings, as a form, we think we are individuals because we have forgotten that connection to the divine. So as dehas, when we realize this step by step through movement of chitta from one stage to another, it is called Utthana, Swata Utthana, self ascent. So this is attained through the practice of my Vishuddhi is getting stuck. So this is a stage which we attain progressively. So this is known as Swananda. Okay. So further discussion on this we will take in the next class. These steps, how we have to go through, we will take in the next. This is the end of chapter 26 of part 2 of Mudgal Puran. Now let us meditate on this. Bring all your attention to yourself. Place your feet firmly on the floor. See that your spine is erect. Gather all your thoughts. Put it to one side. Bring your attention to your breathing. Take a nice deep breath. Count 10 while inhaling and 10 while exhaling.
Any thought comes, set it aside. Focus on your breathing. Today we'll do a Kriya. Keep your hands on your lap, palms facing upwards. What you have to do is take your right hand, place it on the left neck, and turn your head over your right shoulder in such a way that your fingers touch the bone of the spine on the back of the neck. You have to take your right hand, place it on the left shoulder in the neck area, neck region. Turn your head to the right over the right shoulder and see that your fingers are touching that bone of your spine on the back. Now, don't breathe deeply. You have to breathe only up to your neck. Breathe, shallow breathing. Breathe in such a way slowly, but just enough that is the upper part of your chest. It might just reach your upper part of your chest and you breathe out. Should not be very rapid, be gentle. See if you're feeling some pulsations on your fingers. After some time, after breathing for some time, just focus on that, on the fingers, on that bone or bone area. See if you can feel pulsations on your fingers. Remove your hand. Bring your neck back into position.
Take a nice deep breath all the way. Did you find some release from the left, opening of the ears or the left side of your neck? A release of some blocks, a certain energetic release. Now breathe deeply all the way into your chest and abdomen. I will sing 3 notes: sa, pa, sa. Sa is for Muladhara, pa is for Vishuddhi, and sa is again for Muladhara. Sa, pa, sa, pa, sa. Sa of the lower middle octave, pa of the middle octave, and sa of the upper octave. This connects the Muladhara chakra with the Vishuddhi chakra. Sa is the sound which emanates from your navi. It is your sound, your energy. Sounds emanate from the navi and it connects to the Vishuddhi, thereby releasing the energy blocks from the Vishuddhi. Vishuddhi chakra is for your speaking, your expression, diplomacy, interpersonal relationships. A clear Vishuddhi chakra will will balance the energies in our expression. Vishuddhi chakra supplies energy to all the sense organs in the face, your eyes, ears, nose, throat. All our facial expressions comes from you. Release of negative energies helps in our in clarity in our expression. This happens when there's a mismatch between our thoughts and words. We want to say something, but say something else. It's just like the saying, kahin pe nigahi, kahin pe ishara. Mostly it happens when there's a feeling of guilt. When there's a feeling of guilt for having done something which is not supposed to be done. You say something else or you attack something else or someone else. It also happens when we have wrong relationships with people, mostly between brothers and sisters. Healthy interpersonal relationships within the norms of society, healthy boundaries, helps in clearing the Vishuddhi chakra. Illicit relationships, feeds guilt. It's easy to take advantage of situations, leading to misunderstandings. Know what is righteous, the codes of conduct, the statutes, the laws, the dharma that we discussed yesterday. Those are our guiding factors in case we go wrong or fall into traps. Mostly when we go up the ladder, when we are becoming successful, we attract jealousies. And situations are created, manipulated, and if we are not vigilant, we can fall into traps. This disrupts relationships. And then we have no control over our expression. We say what we should not say. This follows regrets and guilt. This affects the chakras above and below. It affects the heart chakra. It makes us sad, remorseful, hateful, fearful, it affects the Agya Chakra. We lose our sense of discrimination, the Vivek Buddhi. One other quick exercise to clear the Vishuddhi is take your right hand, back of your neck, under the place where the neck joins the brain or the base of the brain where you have the medulla oblongata, and push your head backwards, tilt your head backwards to open up the neck, placing your right palm under the head at the base of the or at the place where the spine joins the brain. The place of medulla oblongata, which connects the brain to the body, through which the neurons pass, sending messages through neurotransmitters. Place your hand, bring your attention to that place. Imagine it filling with light. Breathe into it. Take your hand down, straighten your head. Can you feel the release? When you feel pain in the neck, that something or some situation or some person has become a pain in the neck, that's the phrase. Do these two exercises to release physically that pain. Take a nice deep breath. Bring all your attention to the flow of energy from the top of your head to the tailbone, all the way along the spine. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rub your hands together. Cup your palms, place it on the eyes. Gently rub your face. And when you're ready, open the eyes.